Let's get to work. It says rotate device. Okay. I need something. This thing won't sit up the way I sit up. I don't know why my hair look like it's floating in suspended animation. Y'all know my glasses ain't never clean, right? You know how you doing. You know how your mama taught you to clean your glasses. I think I need to have the phone in the other. Hello. I'm trying to work on masks this morning. I need to go to Walmart. Went yesterday, but I need to buy my little ruler. Hello, Mama Jeff. Excuse me. Good morning. How are you? I answered you back. Did you see it? And I don't know how. Okay. I am trying to make a template for, y'all know I'm not the one to look at a ruler and say this is an eighth of an inch. Hey, Annie. Oh, I'll go back and look at it. Y'all know what I was just saying. You know when you look at a ruler and you can say that's an eighth of an inch, that's a fourth of an inch. I have no idea. And I know that line, that long line between it is the half mark. You know what? And I'm going to take it on myself to learn. I guess all I can do is Google it. But how are you two ladies doing this morning? I probably won't stay on for about a half hour. Uh, I have some orders for some masks. And that's the mail. I got my ruler. And I'm trying to make this template for my, I'm doing good. I'm trying to make the template for my filter. And I'm trying, give me 1 second. And you know when you try to draw something freehand and you can't really draw? Well, that's me. I got people in my family that can draw. I told y'all I can't draw a straight line with a ruler. And y'all know what else? No one has elastic around here. Walmart is out. Walmart been out. But a couple of weeks ago, I went in there to get some fabric. And the girl said, you need elastic? I said, no, I got some from eBay. I said, but I'm going to go over there and check. And they had some, and they had one pack of black. I bought that, and I bought 2 packages of the other ones. Y'all know what? I wish I had got there before all of the other ones sold out. But I'm going to go on Etsy, and I'm going to order some. Yeah, and I'm going to, I guess... I just Google it, you know. I'm sure my grandson can tell me. But, you know, it's easy for people to tell you stuff, but when you learn on your own and you figure you mastered it, because y'all know what? Math never was my favorite subject. But language arts or anything like that I could deal with. But when it came to this math, Louis sitting over here looking at me. I was up early. My husband cut grass on Thursday, right? So he left about 6 something this morning, and he told me that he had already fed Louis. Now you gonna turn your back, Louis? You tried twisting your hair. You couldn't do it, Annie. Yeah, when I if I learned it myself, it will. If you find out on your own, like I was thinking about people names that can't pronounce. Now I can pronounce Kardashian and all like that, but there's this show that Robert Guillaume played, um, Benson. I used to like that show. And the French guy there, I kept wanting to learn how to say his name. One day he was on Donahue or something, and they called his name, and I learned how. Oh, you can only use one hand. Oh, okay, yes, it would be harder for you. And he was on Donahue, and I learned his name is Rene Auberjonois, and I never forget how to pronounce his last name, because I think he's French. And I think over there, Rene can be used for a guy. Like in China and Korea, Kim, I think is used more for a guy than a girl. Sorry, y'all. But I'm going to make this template for my filters. And what I did the other night, I had some orders. And so I had to go to Walmart for something yesterday. And I think I need to go back today. Because Walmart gets stuff. I don't know how often they get a truck. I don't know how often Walmart get a truck. And a lot of stuff they don't have. And since all this came out about people needing masks, there aren't any stores that keep elastic. And I was looking on Etsy. You still can't pronounce it. It's Auberjonois. Now, if somebody tell me, say, I'll give you $1 million if you can spell it, I'd be lost $1 million. Now, I learned how to say it, but I don't. And Rene, for a guy over there, is spelled Rene with that little accent mark over top of it. Like my second oldest son, his middle name is Danye, and it has the little, what they call it, A or Q on top of the last part of the name. But when you're writing stuff, you can't put that over the name, especially if you're writing on a typewriter. Walmart closing for a while. Where, Annie? Which ones? I think some of them closing so they can clean and disinfect the store. And y'all know there are a lot of people at the shipyard. I think they said the shipyard got 80 cases now. Y'all know that's terrible. I mean, everywhere you go. The hospital around here, I saw in my Facebook timeline, they looking for people to work at their COVID-19 testing site. Now, you know what? If I needed a job, I mean no harm, Lord. I am not going looking for one at no testing site. No, not me. And what'll happen, probably, okay. What'll happen is people gonna go get those jobs, and they're gonna be going around everywhere, because sooner or later, someone's gonna get tested and they're gonna have it. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Well, I didn't see anywhere where it said this Walmart near us is gonna close. But if they close, a lot of stores close down for a few days to disinfect and wash everything down, which is a good idea. And I think the government would benefit from closing for a while. I mean, close everything. Now they might want to leave the doctor's office open, but tell people we're gonna close for 2, 3 weeks, a month, whatever. Go to the store and get whatever you need. If y'all eat a loaf of bread a week, buy 4 loaves of bread and put some in your freezer. We need to be prepared because y'all know what? COVID ain't going nowhere. Just like Dr. Fauci said, it might be here for a while, and it's supposed to be worse during the winter when the regular flu season come in. And my doctor always bugged me every year, do I want a flu shot? And I told him, I said, you ask me every year, and I tell you no every year. I don't think I ever had a flu shot in my whole entire life. And I don't want to start now. And it can't do anything for us as, a lot of people that don't get them. I bet some of them say, I'm going to get them now because of COVID. The regular flu vaccine ain't going to do nothing to COVID. Probably walk up to COVID and shake the hand. Come on, man, shake my hand. You going to help me out. Oh, okay. Your son-in-law was laid off because of high number. Oh, they had a nasty man open a job tea and spit in it. I think I saw that. Someone had posted that. What you say? Did you say something? People, why would somebody open a thing of tea at the store and spit in it? Yeah, well, somebody in the store, I saw where somebody showed that there was a man in the store and he spit on the oranges. The man that owned the store socked that guy in the face, hit him, boom. I said, and you know what? When you do something like that, spit in the food and everything, that's saying you don't care if other people get it. Just like our president talking about opening the school, the kids want to go to school. Kids don't want to go to no school. Try waking a child up. I don't care what grade they in. If it's no school, they may get up early. Want to play around, watch cartoons and stuff. The moment you tell them school has opened, they start sleeping late. Y'all know they ain't nothing but devil. Because they the only reason why children want to go to school. Now one of my granddaughters turned 13 the 5th of this month. I was talking to her. And I asked her about school. I said, do you miss going to school? She said, well, no, not really. But I do miss my friends. See, the concept of not seeing their friends is what these teeny boppers are thinking about. And it's up to the parents to decide. Now, if President Trump wants to do something, tell him to take Barron and his grandchildren and sit them in the same classroom that some of our children gonna sit in. No checking temperatures and none of that. Just let them walk in school all willy-nilly like they used to. Yeah. Like the girl that was opening all that ice cream and licking it. And I think they put her in jail. And now a lot of states, just about all states got it where you got to wear a mask. Now some of them don't have it because the Republican governors don't want to do it. But there are some states that's finding people. If they catch you out in public and you don't have on a mask, I think it's like $25 the first time, then 50 and on like that. I think that's the way it is. Yeah. Well, our president and Lindsey Graham and them, they don't care because our president children don't have to go, they got private schools for those children, so they're not thinking about the well-meaning and the welfare of our children. One governor said, well, if the children come to school, sure they're gonna get COVID, but they'll get a little sniffle, then they'll go home, they'll be all right and come back to school. Does that make any sense, y'all? I don't know how these folks have the audacity to say some of the stuff that come out of their mouth. I'm trying to get this scene just right so I can cut this thing out. But let them go ahead on. They think they justified in what they do. And they don't, they don't care. All President Trump see is that people going back to work. He don't care if these places where these people got to go to is not safe. He don't care. He ain't thinking about us. First thing, they open everything too soon. Well, I'm glad some stores, have the sign. Some stores have people standing out there when you come in, like a Walmart in our area. And whoever's standing there making sure you're wearing a mask, they'll say, thank you for wearing your mask. But the governor in the governor of Georgia, he's taking the Atlanta mayor to court because she wanted to make it mandatory that everybody wear a mask. And he, being a GOP governor, he said he's going to carry him to court. She said, well, I'll see you in court. Yeah, these places, and these places know they open too soon. You shouldn't have to tell them. But people think they justified in what they do. Let them go right ahead. Whatever they do, what the New Edition said, you had to count me out. Yeah, when the economy collapses, yeah, a lot of people calling out and said, you're right. And you know what? They're figuring if people go back to work, they don't have to give that stimulus. Because they had the stimulus one time, $2,000 a person. Now they back down to negotiating $1,200. And Canada and those places giving people money every month. I think Canada giving people $2,000 a month. If I didn't have so much junk, I'll move to Canada. Get my $2,000 a month. But I guess it'd take it to live over there. And they were supposed to be having it so people wouldn't have to worry about paying their mortgage and stuff, and they are evicting people. So they're going against everything they said, all this stuff, counseling, rent, and mortgage, until, covered to the virus is contained. But Dr. Fauci said you can't contain it. He said it won't be eradicated. That's what he said. He said it won't be eradicated, but you can control it. But y'all know Putin is trying to steal. They're working on a vaccine, and I think they're close to having one. And I think Russian government and some others are trying to steal it. And my thought was, they don't have to steal it because President Trump will give it to them. They ace buddies. And I don't know what kind of hold Donald Trump got over all these old men that they do everything he said. I just don't understand. Their job supposed to be for them to do one thing, and they doing whatever, you know, like the Attorney General. He got to realize he's the Attorney General for the United States. He's not the attorney for the president. He represents the United States of America, nothing more, nothing less. And I don't know how long it's going to take him to come to that realization that he's not the president's personal lawyer. I went to Dollar Tree yesterday and forgot to get me another lint thing. Because when I start making my mask, I like to, roll the lint off. If Ashley come in, I need to ask her a question because she told me, she wanted me to make some masks for her and her mom and her sister. But yeah, these people don't care. Like the president's daughter, talking about if your job laid you off and, you ain't got no money or anything, go find something new. I mean, just like you can pick a new job off a tree. Well, I go out here to the new job tree and pick me one off. I mean, that says stuff so stupid. Somebody please answer this for me. How can one family be so stupid? Hi, Nick. Hello, Ira, or whatever. Let's see. Y'all please give this video a thumbs up. Most governors are opening up just because they need federal funding and Trump can't hold back. You know what? Trump cannot hold back federal funds. He can't go in there like he telling them to, making them open and stuff like that. That's up to the governor if they want to open and how they want to run their states. If you go to Canada, you're automatically medically covered. Yeah, Annie, you're right. Yeah. See, and the president I think that one reason why Donald Trump wanted to be president. Another reason he wanted to undo everything that President Barack done. And he thought that when he became president, he could do whatever he want. Even Judge Napolitano, and he's on Fox, and he was saying that President Trump was going against the Constitution, because the laws of the state is for the governor. They said the president can only send federal forces in there if the governor of that state asks you to do it. And the reason he is doing it because these states have Democrat for governor. He said they're run horribly, and they got their leadership is under Democrat governors. So, on 18 Barack, what's his name, BA, for bad attitude. Then he used to say, I pity the food. Well, you know what? Donald Trump, I pity those fools up there that's running behind everything he do. Everything he do. And if he would stop, if the president would stop, if somebody would tell him, go read the Constitution. Y'all heard him read, right? Y'all heard him talk about how he aced that cognitive test. That's a test for people that found out whether or not you got Alzheimer and dementia. And he's ranting and raving about how well he did on that test. Now, anybody, you took a kindergartner and get in the paper and point to the elephant. He gonna point to the elephant. So what did the president do? that nobody else can't do nothing. He says he got the best hair. He said he got more money. Well, he's had more bankruptcies too, right, y'all? And all this stuff that he said he can do, he's all talk, y'all. Yeah, it was a picture of an elephant, and you can go to the website and get that test right off. And the man from ABC, I forgot what his name is, he said, I took the test. When you said you passed, I took it. And the president said, you, huh? Chris Wallace, that was his name, okay. He told the president, when you said you passed it, I went and took it. And the president said, he said, but Chris Wallace said the test was easy. And President Trump said, no, the first one might be easy, but them last 5, I don't think you got them right. See, he think he know more than anybody about any subject. He knew more about the stuff for the desert, whatever the war or whatever was. He said he knew more than the general. He probably can't spell general. And I don't understand. It's like, well, I'm going to say it. The president had this cocky attitude, that he had he's able to do all this stuff better than anybody in the world. What was the saying? Anything you can do, I can do better. But he ranting and raving about passing that cognitive test, y'all. I probably can give it to my dog here and say, point to the elephant. He take his paw and put his paw on the elephant. I mean, stuff like that. Kindergartners learn that all the time. That's on the first thing they learn, to identify the animals, which animals are in the zoo, and which animals would you see out in the wild. Because you're going to see raccoons and rabbits and stuff like this, especially out in the country. I don't know what they got. Like my favorite comedian, Sinbad. He was saying, he said, when you drive up to the drive-through, why is it that the person that's the driver got an order for everybody? So what he said, he asked the first person, he said, I want a cheeseburger and a Coke. Asked the second person, I want a cheeseburger and a Coke. Next, I want a cheeseburger and a Coke. So he asked the girl at the window, did she have something? It was something they asked, Sinbad asked, did she have? And she sat there, Sinbad said she sat there like she didn't know what's going on. I don't know what they got inside, I just sit here and take money. The president don't know what's going on. He watched the news to see if anybody can say anything about him. He's not doing any work. He played golf. You remember when he ridiculed President Barack about President Barack playing golf all the time? And if I were president, I wouldn't play golf that much. He played golf more than Barack ever thought about. Yeah, that's right, Mama Joan. The Republicans they're not making him accountable. I can say, Louis, point to the elephant. Louis, can you point to the elephant? Raise one paw if you can point to the elephant. Oh, yeah, Mama Joan. Yep, your 4-year-old grandson can't pass it. Yeah, y'all know these children are so adept now. Like when we grew up, we were naive and didn't understand stuff because we didn't sit around grown people and grown people were talking. When your parents or grandparents, whoever got company, you were supposed, my mom could say, buy moose. You were supposed to Go outside or go in another room and don't sit there and try to put your 2 cent worth in. So yeah, he said uh, he want Vice President Biden to take it. Now he's talking about President Biden can't. Vice President Biden is not alert. He's not this and he's not that. But President Vice President Biden is more adept than the resident 1600. What's the address? 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Listen, y'all. Have y'all had those scammers call y'all? You know they got the commercial on TV about the scammers calling people, telling that there's something wrong with their Social Security card and all like that. That they have, what they said, they have suspended your Social Security number. You can't get your Social Security check. Oh yeah, Z, you got to change that. Yeah, cause YouTube would come in here and it would take my whole chat down. If you're gonna use the president name, you can't put anything that would be constituted as hate, cause they would sure take it down. But you know what? Things the president, yeah, wherever you wrote that at, Z, go back and take it out. Yeah, you can't say anything negative. They say it's hate, and um they'll take the chat down. I'm trying to see what I did with my pinking shears. It can't be going too far because it's heavier than anything I got on my desk. Here we go. Girl, y'all, since I found my pinking shears, I've been around here pinking up everything. And y'all know they got to be old. They heavy, but they sharp. You want to ride on these scissors? Now, how old these scissors are, but I bet you if you go somewhere now and buy some pinky shears, they won't be this heavy. You probably can get them small. These are probably industrial. They probably come from Roses. But they are some heavy duty thing. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me cut this trim. But y'all know it's terrible the hoops we have to jump through. Now all those people that wanted, y'all know we could have had that $2,000 a month. We could have had $2,000 per month if these people would stop saying we want to go to work. Y'all, and now they're closing everything down. They don't even want to put $2,000 back on the table. That's right. Lord, my daddy used to stutter. And I have a nephew that stutters a little bit. Oh, I know that the unemployment benefit, that $600 goes away at the end of the month. And see, all this stuff people is needing, they're cutting these programs, y'all. And we got the pandemic going on. They cutting things that people really need. Okay, you did? All right, thanks, Mama Joan. They they cutting the food stamps. They don't get, I don't know how many thousands of people off food stamps. And the people are going to food bank left and right, and the food banks is telling the states, they said we might can help 100 people, but the cars will line up for miles to get to the food bank. So I don't know what they expect us to do. You got so many people out of work because the restaurant had opened back up. Now they got to close all these places back up. So I wonder where they put the $2,000 a month back on the table. They can put mine back on the table, I tell you that. I ain't gonna be, if they decide they want to send $2,000 a month, I ain't gonna be mad at them. I might even high five of somebody from the GOP. But you know, there have been a lot of people that had left the Republican Party. And a lot of those that left, they don't want to be seen as a Democrat, so I guess they'll vote with the, what's the other one? Independent. And independent usually vote along with Democrat. Yeah, that a lot of these places are never gonna open back up because, like, little stores like Family Dollar and all like that, ain't but so much social distancing you could do. Cause the stores aren't but so big. So a lot of times, if I go down the aisle and there are already 2 or 3 people down there, I won't go down. I'll wait a few minutes, even if I had to come home without what I went to the store for. No, I wouldn't send my kids to school either. Well, now the schools around here is going to Plan C remote learning for the first 9 weeks. I guess after the 9 weeks, they'll probably have to do it some more. But I don't know how this remote learning is working. Now, here's what I say: you gotta have remote learning. All of these families don't have Wi-Fi in their houses. So why don't the government go to every house where there is a school-age child and give them free Wi-Fi every month so the child can do schoolwork? Even with working, when they're working and they have to leave their child at a child care center. I guess both of these sides is the same thing. I think one might be lighter. So, y'all know what? I think all of it is a touchy subject. And a lot of people don't watch the news. And we used to sit and watch it all day long, but then the news got to be so depressing. So I said, well, ain't no need to keep doing that. And it irritates you when you got to sit and watch the news like that. Trying to see what color I got to go with now. And it irritates you when you're watching the news and you see all this stuff up there, but there's nothing you can do. I guess this. Okay. And now I was going to watch Joey in the morning this morning. And this old dog here kept barking. I was going to go back to sleep. He kept barking and barking and barking. I just got on up, y'all. I wanted to hurt him so bad that he going to lay down and sleep. Louis, get up. If you going to bark and wake me up and I couldn't sleep, you ain't going to sleep. That's what we do. Yeah, it's hard to find a good job. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think people are hiring right now because they don't know. You don't know what. let's face it. This is a diverse nation, and people come from all walks of life. They go round and about, whether they go in a car. Some people, live where they travel by bus. So they don't know where people have been. That's too big. That's for that one. So you don't know where people have been. So you try to go to places. All of them too big. I got to cut all of them down. You go to these places and you don't know where people been. And even if you go somewhere, most of us gonna go like Walmart. Walmart is the main place, and Walmart and Target, cause there's no more Kmart's, right? Well, they got somebody standing on the outside. Every time somebody go in, I think they'll just put, like, if it's one person, they'll just put one, so forth and so on. Then Nelson's Walmart has said everybody that comes in need a face covering on. There's a person standing under a little tent, and it's hot out there, so they got the person a little fan. And I don't know what she do, because one day there was a man out there, and when you come up, you wearing your mask, they'll say, thank you for wearing your mask. So I guess they got somebody out there that'll stop you if you try to come in without a mask. I did see on TV where the people got fighting. I don't know where it was. But the man told him, so you can't come in without a mask. I know in Family Dollar somewhere, they killed the man. Because they had a security guard or somebody standing there telling people you got to wear a mask when you come in. And these folks, it was two guys and a girl. And they went out to their car, got a gun, came back and shot the man. So the man was only doing his job. So these places, they're not hiring people because a lot of places has closed, like if they worked in a restaurant or something, a lot of places are not going to open back up. And a lot of places have drive-through, and y'all know what? People are spitting in tea, licking ice cream. The best thing to do is buy your food, cook it, and eat it, and forget about it. You don't want to wash your dishes that night? Hey, put the dishes in the sink and wash them the next morning. You in your home, you do whatever you want to do. And it's safer that way. You ain't got to worry about if anybody spit in the tea, if they lick the ice cream. Because some of those packages, y'all know some of the packaging is easy to open and some of it's hard to open. Some of this stuff is hard to open. Hey there, how you doing? Smoke, what's up? What you doing today, Smoke? You sitting around doing nothing? What they say on TV? How your mom and them? Who that you would always say that? Some comedian. Or was it on that show, that movie, Friday? And they say, how your mom and them? What Pam said on Mark, they said something, she left. She said, y'all know I ain't right. Oh, y'all. But we sit back, and when you think about how things are going, it can be pretty depressing. But you know what? God is still on the throne. And even though we may think these people that's making the rules for government and stuff, oh, they go to that, okay. the people that's making the rules for the government, and you're thinking, they don't have my best interest at heart. But you know what? God is still on the throne. All you can do is pray and ask the Lord to keep you. That's too big. I made that template too big. Ask the Lord, Lord, I know if you're for me, you're more than the whole world against me. And then, like young people don't watch news. And like I tell them, you're not going to sit there and watch news 24/7 like you would. Y'all know how the little children used to sit. I don't know what cartoon is out now. Okay. Your mom and them are good? Okay. But you know how the little children, like back in the day, they would get up and get their cereal or whatever, and they go to the TV and watch the Saturday morning cartoon. Well, there are some of us that's of age. We do that every day, but not with cartoons, with news and shows that gives us information about what's going on around us. So I would tell young people, even though you don't feel like watching the news, you need to watch it enough to know what's going on around you. Even if, like, this is hurricane season. If there was a hurricane or a tropical storm and you don't watch no news, you wouldn't know. Because y'all know when you start getting out there and they got hurricanes and stuff, you don't want to be in no hurricane. I remember when my brother-in-law, God rest his soul, his brother died, and his brother lived in Alabama. Well, we were asked, my husband was, they asked my husband to drive them to Alabama. And we drove to Alabama, and there was a hurricane. We drove through a hurricane. Y'all, you don't want to be out there in that rain and stuff. Because, see, all I'm going to do is sit back and sleep. I don't care where you're going. All I'm going to do is sit back and sleep. Hey, Terrell. Yes, it's been a long time, Miss Terrell. And you don't want to be riding through no hurricane. And when you get out there and you get out there, and if you don't watch news and they tell you that a hurricane is coming, they expect it to be this or that, stay home, bring your dogs in, get the cat litter box right, whatever you got to do to prepare yourself. So watch enough news so you can, kind of know what's going on around you. You don't want to be, they say ignorance is bliss. And it is. Because some people is stupid for no reason. I be looking at some stuff on TV. I said, how can one person be so stupid? Y'all, I'm sorry. I said that about our president family when his daughter said, if you can't get a job, go find something new. And I said, how can one family be so stupid? I don't think between he got that his daughter that he got by his second wife, he don't mention her because he said she's ugly. And I think she's the only one that got in the sense. Because she got a real college degree. She out there making her mark in the world without people saying this president is Trump's daughter. Because he don't recognize her because he says she's ugly. And other things he said about her. Now, why you can talk about your child like that? But between him, his 3 children he got with his first wife, them, and himself, I don't think they got a good working brain between them. I don't think they bounce an idea off one another and say, hey, I remember when me and my brothers and all us were young, we would get out in the yard and one might say, hey, how about, they would always start off with, how about? Because y'all know we would cut a word off in a minute. We won't say how about, we could say how about. And we would get out there playing, one might say, how about let's climb this tree here? And Mama done told us, I don't want y'all out there climbing them trees, because if you get hurt, I don't have no money to take you to the doctor. And when one of us would say, how about, that's all they had to say. Because by the time they got all the word out, we were halfway up the tree. And Mama would say, didn't I tell y'all not to climb that tree? And we know we done wrong, right? And we know soon we go in that house, she gonna wear us out. And let me tell y'all something. I don't think my mama weighed 100 pounds soaking wet with rocks in her pocket. But that woman got the heaviest hand. Then I know her hand is heavier than any man I ever seen. When she go to hit you, you can't forget it. Because you heard folks say, I'm going to knock you into next week. I believe my mama hand so heavy she could knock us into next week. And she didn't play. If she didn't get you for something you were doing that you've done, and when she get ready to get you, say, I'm going to get you for old and new, you start crying right then. Because if she let you slide for something a day or two before that, and you would think, she forgot that maybe she told you to come in, you didn't come in right then. Because y'all know, back in the day, we had the pump. And she might tell one of the boys to go to the pump to get a pail of water. Well, they still out there playing, they didn't get the water. And she said, when I told you to do so and so and so, you didn't do it. When you come in here, she will always say, your ASS is mine. And she said, I'm going to get you for old and new. Honey, if you and my family, they told you they can get you for old and new, you can hang it up. Because you almost wouldn't be able to sit down when they got finished with you. And like I said, my mama's hands were heavy. And she will get you. She will wear you out. And another thing they'll do, they'll tell you to go get a switch. Now, they're going to give you a whipping. And they're going to tell you to go get a switch. And don't come back with a little switch that soon she would do this, it done broken her hands. No. Just send you out there to get 2 or 3, and then she plait them together. You know you in for it then. They will wear you out. So I got to make these masks, y'all. And I want to get some African print fabric, but I got a fabric yesterday that when I went to Walmart, they said it's batik. Y'all know batik, those print. So they said this is batik, and I think I got a blue one. I guess because of the different variations, the different shades, the high-low in it. So this is batik. I had somebody tell me they wanted yellow, so I got to work on the yellow. Now, I don't know if I would put this batik at the front. I'll put this at the front. I got to decide. I think I'm going to put this yellow on top, and then you can see this batik through it. But, young people, watch the news. Because you need to be informed of what's going on, too. So you can adjust your plans accordingly. Like, I used to hear my grandparents and them say, when you're young, you ain't got no appointment, you got arrangement. You ain't got no business, they didn't say arrangement, they said arrangement. So, take heed when an adult, especially an adult that is on the up and up and not one that's shucking and jiving. When they tell you something that's beneficial to your life, take heed at it. Because you know what? I wouldn't steer anybody wrong. If I can tell you something that'll help you or help you make a right decision, I'm in your corner. I'm not one of those persons that will tell you one thing and tell somebody something else. I'm going to be the same way wherever you see me. Now, if you make me upset and I get an attitude, now that's another story. Understand me? You make me upset and I get an attitude, I might not speak, but I speak, you know. And but y'all, we living in a world now, this sin sick world, and all the stuff coming up from the higher ups. No wonder the people that's in the lower part of the nation or country, whatever you want to call them, no wonder they're making these kind of decisions, because our president is going against the Constitution. So then you got people out here thinking, well, just like wearing a mask. If they had told us when all this first started, y'all, if they had told us to wear a mask, so when I went to my doctor's appointment in March, I wore a mask. He said, why you got on a mask? Are you sick? I said, no. I ain't got no, If they had told us back then in February and March to wear a mask, I know they were saying on the news that masks was running out. And if we had started then getting masks and putting them on, they had told us, look, just like they telling us now, wear a mask. Because the droplets stay in the air. And I forgot how long it stays on, like fabric or cardboard or something like that. And the people said, well, I got the mail and I sprayed the mail down with disinfectant. You can't find no disinfectant. The stores don't have disinfectant anymore. So what we supposed to do? But you know what? You can get bleach. At one point they were running out of bleach, toilet paper, stuff like that. And somebody was saying, well, why is all the toilet paper being used up? Because under ordinary circumstances, your child was in school flushing the stool at school. It wasn't costing you nothing. You wasn't the one that, had to supply toilet paper to the school. So now that little Johnny and little Cindy is not at school, and they're walking in the house flushing the stool day in and day out. My two grandchildren, my daughter children, if they go to the bathroom, especially her son, if he go to the bathroom, and you know how you might see a little piece of paper on the floor in the bathroom, because sometimes the toilet paper, a little piece might tear off, you would put it in the stool, or, how hair will fall out. If my grandson would go in the bathroom, I don't know if he'd do it now, because he turned 20 years old earlier this year in May. But when he was young, if he went to use the bathroom and saw a piece of hair or a piece of paper or something in the commode, y'all know he wouldn't sit on it until he flushed. And I said, boy, you don't pay no water bill around here. Don't do that. And I would tell him, what's in that stool is not going to harm you. He said, I just can't sit here and use the bathroom if you got that on. Y'all, a piece of paper in the stool when he can't use it, like it's going to jump up and bite him in his butt. But that's how particular he was. Now he's in his own house, paying his own bill. I wonder, do he do that now? And I bet you he don't, y'all. Because you know why? Because the water bill and all the other bills come in his name. And when you go flushing the toilet all that much, it's costing you. Y'all know what? Water bills aren't cheap. They are not cheap. As a matter of fact, ain't nothing cheap no more. And I guess if it's cheap, a lot of people say if it's too cheap, I don't want it. Depending on what it is. Yeah, but a lot of times they tell you, said don't wear gloves because more germs and stuff will get on the gloves. But you know what? I go to see an allergist, right? And with this eczema on my hand, I can't do a lot of washing and using hand sanitizer, because when you go to the store and you come out, the first thing you do, get your hand sanitizer, you put it all over your hand or whatever, and they tell you don't touch your face. Well, go try to find some hand sanitizer there, and if you do find it, it's going to be expensive. So I see an allergist, and I can't be doing all that to my hands, and I have to wear gloves. So then if I need to wash my hand, I could wash the glove. And look, this one here done sprung a leak. I guess cause this is my pointer. So, but y'all, we need to take heed and learn learn things, you know, learn how to it's so many things in this world that young people need to learn how to do that y'all they don't know how to do. So young people, learn how to do things, cause you know what? Your mom and your grandma not gonna be there with you all the time. And you need to learn how to be self-sufficient, self-reliant, whatever word you want to use. Cause mama and them ain't gonna be there. Ain't that right, Smoke? Mama and them ain't gonna be there all the time. Even if they just go to the store and leave you at the house and you'll say, how in the world, y'all know what? I love microwave popcorn, right? But when I would put it in the microwave, it will burn. And they would say, adjust according to the watts of your microwave. Now, y'all, if I go to the store and I buy a microwave and I bring it home, I don't know if I'd have been had it for years and years, I don't know what the watts are. So my granddaughter told me, said, Grandma, because it used to tell you put it on like 3-4 minutes. However, no, it wasn't that long. However long it was, my granddaughter, and it would burn up. My granddaughter, she would say, Grandma, she said, come here, baby. Yeah, that's what she said. She said, come here, baby. I'm going to show you how to fix this microwave popcorn. I think she told me to put 45 seconds. Oh, because they'll tell you on the box. So then, because a lot of times when I would go to do the, they'll tell you what, how long to do it. And a lot of times those words are so small, even with my glasses, I couldn't see them. And I said, I got to be able to pop this popcorn for a minute. But y'all, I want no more good with my granddaughter. I guess she was maybe 15, 16 when she told me that. She said, come here, baby. She did like this. She said, come here, baby. I'm going to show you. Because after I started burning everything, and I would tell her, I said, Bree, go pop me some popcorn. So she would go pop the popcorn. So when she, like when she upstairs and I was wanting popcorn, I'd go in there and the box would tell you now, you know, put it on this speed. But I couldn't see it, so I was doing whatever. And she was saying, come here, baby. I'm going to show you how to pop this popcorn. And she did. Now that she ain't here, I done forgot what she told me to pop it on. And I'm not going to call and say, tell me, old folks can say one more again, how to do it. But young people, we all can learn from one another. And just because a person is young, don't mean they can't tell you something you can't learn. Because we all need to have our mind set so we can learn stuff. A great philosopher once told me, and I said it, Professor Duck, anybody that know my mama know that if you had any smarts at all, she would call you Professor Duck. So I started to do that. But a great philosopher who, God rest his soul, my second oldest son used to say, when you learn something new, you get a new crease in your brain. So learn, have your mind open that you can learn something new and get some more creases in your brain. Because y'all know what? When you go and learn stuff and your mind, your brain is still making those connections and you keep learning stuff, you keep doing stuff, your brain don't have time to sit idle and get dementia and stuff like that. Now, I know You know, that now, I don't know this for sure, but I'm saying keep your brain active for as long as you can. Because you don't know when the enemy might come and try to steal your mind. And y'all, when you pray, thank the Lord. So Lord, I thank you for not letting the enemy take my mind. Because y'all know what? If you ever been around a person that got dementia or Alzheimer, y'all, that is so pitiful. You know, that is pitiful. And I used to think years ago, if they got Alzheimer, can't remember, what would that make them die? And then I learned that the reason they die is because they forget to breathe. Y'all know we take it for granted, we breathing. But the people with Alzheimer, they will one day they will forget to breathe. And that's the end of life for them. And it is so pitiful to watch a person with Alzheimer go about. My mom and them used to say, walking around like a chicken with his head cut off. And that's sad, y'all. You know, and they don't have, there's nothing they can do. They've done all they can do. And somebody got to watch them just like you would a toddler. You know, you don't want them to go in the kitchen and get the knives. You don't want them to go in there and turn the stove on. Yeah, and y'all, I'm tired of these messages come up telling me that Joe Biden gonna do this and President Barack gonna do that. And you don't want them going into things like if you got matches, you know, you light candles and stuff, and you got those little automatic things that you flick. You got to keep that stuff out of their reach because they're not of the understanding that this is something that you can't mess with. So whoever is with a person like that, you got to be on your P's and Q's all day long because they don't do a lot of sleeping. Their mind tells them to get up and do this and do that. You know, and when they have no business doing all that stuff that they're trying to do. And it's, like I said, y'all, it is pitiful to be around somebody. And, you know, I know we all seen movies where the people, they show you people got dementia and stuff. And they, oh, what was that movie? The Notebook? That woman had Alzheimer. And her husband would come there and talk to her and all that kind of that. I don't forget who played in that movie, but that was a good movie. And y'all know I don't watch the movie till it gets so old it's almost a classic. And one reason why I don't watch a lot of movies because I'm always doing something, and I try. Now, if I'm watching a movie and I can sit down and keep my mind on it and do what I'm doing, so that's why I say it's better to listen to music, cause your ears are always in gear. You know, your ears are always wanting to perk and do something. It will always wanting to hear something. That's why you got people. Y'all remember on Bewitched, and she had that neighbor, Miss Kravitz? That woman, her ears and eyes and everything was always on point. For her husband named Abner. And she would see it. And then when she tell Abner go out there and look, and he think his wife is crazy. He be almost saying like Otis Redding said in that song when Carla Thomas called him a tramp. He said, woman, you cuckoo. So Abner knew his wife was cuckoo. And she would always, and I think Samantha would do it just so Miss Kravitz's ears can perk. Y'all know if you live in a neighborhood where you got all these, you got neighbors, but y'all know what? We don't have any neighbors where we live. Our neighbors is because we live in a business district, and we're the only house on this end. Well, y'all wouldn't know what end I'm talking about. But anyway, we're in a business district. So most of the houses that will be around here is like further down the street or further back. And like when the lights go out, we're on the grid with these businesses, and the light company said when the lights go out here, this is one of the areas where they make sure they get to, for the lights, because we on the grid um, with with the police department and all like that. So they keep that business, because y'all know what, the police got to have their lights, and I got to have my lights too. I ain't gonna let the police be the only one who have lights. But we all need to have that attitude where we don't mind, learn something new. Y'all know there was a time when I wanted to take a guitar and learn how to play guitar. But I'm glad I didn't, because now that man is not telling me that. And it's nice when you can teach yourself how to do something and you feel better about it because you're doing it yourself. Did you want to watch TV? He's sleeping. My husband went out and cut grass, and now he's sleeping, and the dog said, Louis, wake up! He gonna lay there and bark. It was like 6:30, and I couldn't sleep. Now he laying here asleep. I could do something to that dog, y'all. What you smoke? Where's everybody? Y'all letting me talk to myself like Christopher Wynn? He said he talked to himself because there is no one to talk to. He said people ask him why he do what he do. He said, cause ain't nobody for me to talk to. What I'm supposed to do? Portland Mayor, it said, I got a news break. Portland Mayor tear gas some other. But y'all know what? Some things in this world are a recipe for danger. Like when they send those federal people out there in Portland, and they whistling them off and taking them this place, that's going against the Constitution. But see what President Trump, he's thinking, if I do this, that, it's going to help my case. It's going to help me get reelected. All he's thinking about getting reelected, y'all. But you know what? Okay. I could care less about him getting reelected. I could care less. As a matter of fact, I'm hoping and praying that he don't get reelected. Because, y'all know what? America, we can't stand 4 more years of this. We can't stand 4 more years of him putting his family doing stuff, and they can't box their way. If they was in a paper bag, somebody put a paper bag over them, and you got to do all this to get out. I don't think they're smart enough to do it. One might tell the other one, I don't know why they didn't put a maid in here with us so we wouldn't have to do this ourselves. Shoot. Y'all, I got to thread this sewing machine. And sewing machine got an automatic needle threader, y'all. And y'all know what? I ain't learned how to work that thing yet. I want to watch a video that tells me how to put a drawstring, an adjustable, how to do the adjustable elastic. So I'm going to have to sit here and do one day. But all my black elastic is gone. I hate that. Walmart don't have any elastic. I'm going to have to go to Etsy and order elastic. But y'all, got some Black Lives Matter. I got some Black Lives Matter fabric on the way I ordered from Etsy. I wanted to order some for breast cancer. And I wanted to see if there's anybody that make fabric, because I wanted to get some fabric that had Hertford County Schools on it and make masks and sell them like that. And my granddaughter, my third oldest granddaughter, she's going to school to be an RN, and I ordered some fabric that says black nurse, where it says nurse and got a black lady on it like this. I think that's what it was. So my next order would be breast cancer, and there's some other kind I want. I need some solid black, y'all. So, and I need, there's another color solid I need. Because I had people that want solid colors. Because, y'all, we're going to be wearing masks for a while, whether we like it or not. So we need to prepare ourselves. You know how some people say prepare for the worst? Like when they tell you a hurricane is coming, and they tell you to prepare, batten down the hatch. And y'all seen people put that masking tape over their window. Y'all know what? If a hurricane come and it's strong enough to blow that window down, that tape is gone too, y'all. Your tape is gone too. Now, if they board it up, I can see, I can see them boarding it up, but tape is not going to do a darn thing. And you know what? If we keep thinking that tape is going to be what's going to, we sadly mistaken. But when a hurricane come, and they got them, what they call it, gale force wind, Gale, and that wind get blowing, and you can hear that wind. Like, I remember when I was growing up, it get real, real cold, and we still would put on our coats and stuff and go outside and play, right? And that wind be whistling. You know when you see on TV and you hear the wind, you can hear that wind whistling. But now, y'all know what? When my children when I grew up, we played outside, right? Now, our children play outside. I mean, my children was able to play outside to a certain extent. Now, my children don't have that luxury to play outside because you got people doing drive-by shootings. You got people that's kidnapping children. And that's why we have so many children that are obese. So they sit to their computer or to their game and play that game. Old folks would, when you did something a lot, old folks would say you'd rather do it than to eat. Than to eat when you're hungry. Now y'all know what? I have some donuts in my refrigerator. I'm gonna sit them bad boys out and let them soften up. Lord, my coffee gone. See, I'm here talking about some donuts. See, I should have had donuts with coffee. I'm backwards. But let's try to be so you can learn stuff. And smoke if you here. Do you have a mask? I told you that the last time. Okay, I got to cut. I'm trying to line this stuff up, y'all. I think I want to use the yellow for the outside. I'm going to use this for the inside, yellow for the outside. But y'all, let's take heed. Keep your mind in gear and watch enough news to keep yourself informed. I done gone over my hour. I was talking because I talked my husband right to sleep. He took his shower. He went and cut grass. And he took a little shower. He's sitting here asleep. Because, I was going to sign off when he came in here, because I know he's going to want to watch TV. And usually I have the TV on. But I didn't have the TV on. I'm going to have to make a run to Walmart because I need another fabric to put with a print fabric I got. So. And I'm going to put this yellow on top of this yellow. That's kind of like gold with yellow. I think this is it. Yeah. Woo. Yeah, if I can get somebody to make me some fabric that's at Hereford County Schools. Or if I had a template and I had one of those machines where you can press the vinyl and make shirts. But you know what? You would get tired of doing that. Because at one point, I told my husband I wanted one. Y'all know what? I don't want that one no more. Because I don't want to worry about having to buy the vinyl and stuff to press on the shirts and all of that. So I said, forget it. I'll do something here at the sewing machine. I guess I'm going to take a nap today because my dog wouldn't let me sleep. And shame on him. Yeah, I'm going to make a run to Walmart. I need some of this blue. And I got this yesterday. Let's see. And I got these. And if anybody, I don't know who here loves Halloween, because some people say Halloween is my favorite holiday. No. And I don't really do Halloween. But if anybody think they might want a Halloween mask, let me know now. Because, you know, I'm not hung up on Halloween. I'm not a big fan of Halloween. And no disrespect to anybody. It's just, you know, I've never been a person that, you know, follow Halloween, you know, the black cat and the this and the that. So, but if anybody want a Halloween, and I'm not making any Harry Potter for anyone. I don't do Harry Potter either. And if I make a mask for a child mask is $3, right? But if you want that child a mask made on the same fabric I make the adults, then it will be $5. But if you get one of, and I got this too. These like some little monsters. This monster got some big eyes. 100% cotton. 18 by 21. I was looking on Etsy for fabric. Y'all know the fabric, if you want it like for the Steelers or whatever, and an 18 by 21, what this called a fat quarter, something like $15, $16, ain't no way. I only had one person that told me, no, two people. You gonna lay down? I only had two people that said they like the Steelers. My niece and I had a cousin. So I went to Etsy to look it up and see how much fabric for the Steelers cost. That stuff is high. Thanks for the thumbs up, everybody. So I am making masks. I've got a list of who, and I'm making them according to, you know, when the person asked me to make the mask. Now, if you tell me tomorrow you want a mask and tomorrow Friday, I'm not gonna put you ahead of somebody that told me Monday, you know. So as I get the orders, I'm making them. And if I have some fabric that run out, I will let you know. Because like I said, I get these fat quarters from Walmart. They are 18 by 21. But fabric like this, I get them to cut. So I could, I could go back, and if they got some more there, I could say, give me a yard of that. You celebrate Harvest Day, replace Halloween, which is pagan. Yep, that's what it is, pagan. Yeah, that's what I said, that's what I said, no disrespect to anybody, because I grew up, now, I was born in the 1950s, right? So we didn't celebrate Halloween. We barely celebrated Christmas. And the reason for that is because, we didn't have all that family, which, stuff like that don't bother me. That made the song Shoe Fly don't bother me. Y'all know what I'm trying to see. Hold on 1 minute. I got red thread in the sewing machine now. I don't know why it seems so dark in this corner. I think I'm going to go get my computer and put my ring light on back there. And I got to see what color fabric I need. I need to go to Singer.com and order me some bobbins. I bought some from Walmart, and they aren't the right size, so they don't work. And so now I had two, but I dropped one. And y'all know what? Let me show you something. This is one of the bobbins I got from Walmart. It don't work. I don't know whether it's too high or whatever. Anyway, one that I had, one like I got in the machine, like I said, I had two. I got one in the machine, and I had one, and I dropped it. And I can't see it, y'all. Even with my glasses on, I have taken a flashlight and looked down there and moved stuff, y'all can't find it. I don't know where my bobbin got to. But if anybody want, if anybody want a mask for Halloween, inbox me on IG, because I'm only gonna buy a fat quarter, and they are 18 by 21, and I don't forget how many. Y'all know what? I'm gonna count it one day, see how many masks I can get off one fat quarter. But I was using my vintage pillowcases at first when I first started. And when I took my seam ripper and opened the sides of that pillowcase up, so much fabric, you know what? I was cutting my filter with the pinking shears. I think I'm going to stop, because when I cut it with the pinking shears, I can't really see the lines of the fabric. So, and this stuff is not going to ravel anyway. So I'm going to cut it. I told y'all, when I found my pinking shear, I was pinking up everything. But yeah, I'm going to go in there, and I'm not going to get any more coffee. I'll probably give me some water, eat me a donut. Because I haven't eaten anything today. And I know when you're taking medication, that's a no-no. But y'all, half hour and I'll be gone 2 hours. But there's a lot of things we can do. And Walmart got the fat quarters for Christmas too. I should have got some with the red truck. People love that red truck. Now they got the dish towels and stuff for your kitchen. That's the red truck. Everybody was looking for everything last year, red truck. But y'all know what? I use my Christmas dish towel all year round. I used to pack all my Christmas stuff up. But y'all know what? Every day is a present, right? When you wake up every day, you get them brand new Mercies. So y'all know what? So, I should have taken this dress up on the shoulder. That's what I got to do. I got a dress that's red that I need to take up before I take this red thread out of the sewing machine. The old dog laying there asleep now. He gonna do so much barking. When my husband left to cut grass, cause my husband told me, said, I've already carried Louis out and fed him and everything. And Louis just gonna bark. And my husband didn't close his door to this room. And I couldn't go back to sleep because Louis was laying there barking his fool head off. Now he laying there asleep. I know at one point when he was asleep like that, me and my husband would wake him up. If we can't sleep, you can't sleep. Wake up. Wake up, Louis. Louis, get up from down there. This is what my mother-in-law used to say. Okay, Mama Joan, thank you. Okay, I'm not going to stay on too much longer because as long as I sit here and talk, I ain't ran out one stitch on the sewing machine. I got a couple of dresses that I need to take up a little bit while I got this red thread in there. Yeah, so I'm going to go get some work done. Oh, Smoke came in and he left as quick as he came in. So I'm gonna I need to send my cousin a message. Because I don't know if I should put this yellow on the outside. I'm going to put this yellow on the outside. She said she want yellow. She going to get yellow. This right here is more gold. So this is going to... Okay, you have a blessed day too. And I probably won't come back on at 5 o'clock, y'all, because I got a lot of orders I need to do. And I think I need to change the batteries in my scale. It was giving me a wrong reading this morning. I put something up there that should have been 2 ounces. It told me it was 7. I said, stop lying, scale. So I'm going to put this on this. Ain't it gone? Smoke gone? I know everybody got stuff to do. And I was going to get me another one of these when I went to Dollar Tree yesterday. All I was thinking about was candy. I was like a little child. I go down that aisle, me and my husband in there, and he said, you want some candy? I said, no. I don't think I did get any candy because I told him I'm going to walk the straight and narrow on what I can have and what I can't have. And my dermatologist told me I can have one Pepsi a week. Y'all know what? I should have got that Pepsi yesterday. Put it in the refrigerator and save it for tomorrow. Because tomorrow I want to have beans and franks for dinner. And I know that's piddly to put together, but y'all know what? I don't mind eating beans. I don't. As a matter of fact, one of my favorite foods is navy beans. My stomach just growling. He said, go get something to eat. I'm going to get me a donut. I ain't going to drink no coffee with it. I don't think I'm having no more coffee till later this evening when I take a break. So my husband is going to lay down. He got up early this morning, went and cut grass. And it's starting to get real hot, so he cut it short. He's going to finish up tomorrow morning. And I think I'm going to tell him to leave Louis outside so I can get some sleep. I'm going to hurt Louis. Y'all know I ain't going to hurt that dog. But I'm going to turn the TV on and watch some TV while I... See, I took Facebook off my old phone. And a lot of time I use my old phone so I can see stuff if I got this phone here. Yeah, I think I'm going to get ready and go because I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot of orders. And let's see. I got my list. I think what I'm going to do, don't y'all hold me to it now. I got a whole bunch of what they call notebooks. Back in my day, we call it tablets. I got a whole bunch of those. And I'm going to start writing down on this day. I got it written down who want what. but I think I'm going to put it in a book. And I got some of them checked off because I've done some. And there's someone that I need to ask a question to. I don't see no light green, y'all. So I'm going to get ready to sign off. Everybody, stay safe, stay vigilant, stay prayed up, and do what your state and local government tell you to do. Smooches, love you, mean it. That's it. Let's see if my scale near battery. So until next video, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Have a blessed day.